Deep Purple and Black Sabbath that made it more popular, which like created like a debate about when it actually was originated. But heavy metal was more of like a very thick, like massive sounding music, and it caused a potential problem with the drummers because the guitars were being so amplified and loud that you couldn't really hear the drummers, so they had to use more muscular and complex movements for it to be heard. Contrary to popular belief, most heavy metal music was made overseas. I don't know why people think it was made in America, or it wasn't. Moving on to my next main point. So popular bands, like I said before, like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, but I'm going to talk about more recent bands like Slipknot. I don't know if anyone's heard of Slipknot, but they're a very different kind of band. Most bands have like 3 to 5 members, but they have like 5 to 10 at most, which is weird. That's okay. The way they do things is they have a lot of percussion and like 4 or 5 guitars, and like it's just a big mess of like just destructively roaring sound. I don't particularly enjoy it, but it's they're actually really popular. Another, like, my personal favorite is Day to Remember. I don't know if anyone's heard of them, but they're kind of popular. They're from Ocala, Florida, and they're categorized under the genre of metalcore, which is kind of like a toned back version of heavy metal. Their lyrical style is actually comparable to most other music styles. Like, it's very relatable. Like, they talk about like the struggles of life and relationships and just their upbringing. On to my third and final main point. I'm going to be talking about the different genres of heavy metal. Sort of forgot about these, but let me discuss these real quick. This is the band Led Zeppelin. They're the typical band from the 1970s, long hair, tripping out on LSD, whatever they do. This is the Day to Remember. They're more like the typical style of a heavy metal band today, like gauges, tattoos everywhere. They dress kind of normal. Okay, genres. Heavy metal has a lot of subgenres. Like, I think there's like 40, but only to discuss 2, which more the more popular ones, like death metal, death metal has its own spin onto it. I don't understand why people like it, but I don't. They use a very distorted, low sound. Like, they down-tune the guitars and like, and the vocalist is screaming like a really low, growling sound. It's actually really unenjoyable. The next genre I'm talking about is rap metal, which is just another subgenre, and the name speaks for itself. They basically just use hip-hop like aspects and just throw it into a heavy metal song. It's more upbeat, and some popular rap metal bands are like Attila, like Linkin Park, Hollywood Undead, Papa Roach. Some of you might have heard of them. Rap metal became more popular in like the late 90s, early 2000s, when it hit like the top 10 on the Billboard 100 list. To conclude, we talked about the history of heavy metal, like back in the 1960s with Led Zeppelin. Popular bands like Slipknot and The Day to Remember, which are more recent. And I hope today that my speech has informed you about heavy metal music, so thank you for your time.